Our team coverage begins with Mackenzie Frost and a closer look at the governor and the mayor's messages. Mackenzie.
Yeah, Kai, so we know that this crime walk comes as Governor Wes Moore did invite President Donald Trump to come to Baltimore to see what is happening on the streets for himself. But despite the proposal from the president to offer the National Guard, now we are seeing the state offer a surge of local and state law enforcement instead. Governor Wes Moore, Mayor Brandon Scott, along with dozens of other leaders and community violence interrupters,
that's how we got
gathered in Park Heights, taking selfies.
We're all we got. We're all we need.
Before heading off to walk a few blocks through the neighborhood. While our cameras were not allowed to join, from above, Fox 45's drone capturing the scene as the large group walked the route. The walk comes as the war of words between President Donald Trump and Governor Moore has unfolded for weeks about the use of the National Guard in Baltimore to curb crime. While the city has seen dramatic drops in homicides and non-fatal shootings, the Park Heights community specifically had 3 of the 7 homicides in August. Governor Moore maintains the National Guard is not the answer in Maryland.
We know what works, and I know what doesn't.
We do not need troops on our streets.
Now, state police troopers and officers from the Maryland Transportation Authority will have more of a presence in high-risk areas.
We are watching a new day.
The change comes as President Trump doubles down on Baltimore's crime, saying he has an obligation to keep people safe.
We're going to do it anyway. We have the right to do it because I have an obligation to protect this country. And that includes Baltimore. The people in Baltimore, the people in all of the places we talk about, they want to see us there.
But Moore says these new law enforcement resources have nothing to do with the president threatening the National Guard.
Nothing we are doing is inspired by the president. The president does not inspire us.
An idea some in Baltimore welcome, though.
Right now, I welcome him.
I believe that D.C. has shown that the crime rates dropped significantly in a very short period of time.
Since the president announced the federal surge in Washington, D.C., through August 30th, the district saw 127 violent crimes. Baltimore had 501. Overall, Charm City saw about 73% more crimes than D.C. in the same time period.
And we are willing to do the work to make that happen and not to do something that is purely theatrical and politically motivated and serving as a distraction to the fact that your economic policies are not working.
How do you argue that violent crime has dropped in D.C. 42% since the federal surge has been in the district, with the National Guard there, and law enforcement experts will say that having an additional law enforcement presence there does deter crime?
I would say having additional federal supports does matter. And I think both myself and the mayor have been very clear. We want more federal supports, but we want federal supports that actually work. That takes a level of seriousness that we're not getting from the White House.
Governor Moore says the members of the Guard are not the ones making arrests in D.C., and he does want federal law enforcement like ATF and FBI agents. But the Guard's presence on the streets, according to Betsy Smith with the National Police Association, would help deter crime.
We all have eyes and we all have logic, and we can see that bringing in additional law enforcement as well as the National Guard to provide the visibility that they did has had an impact on the District of Columbia.
While the leaders in Maryland defend Baltimore, pour in more law enforcement, and continue to push back on Trump, the White House maintains Maryland Democrats ignore the fact that Baltimore is the 4th most dangerous city in America. Now, the governor has made it clear that his administration is taking an all of the above approach to tackling public safety. But at this point, it's also clear that accepting the National Guard from the president is not included in that approach. Live in the newsroom, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.